Right, deep breath.
You know that was written on the teleprompter. You know what I mean? You know it said like, right, brackets, deep breath, and she just read it out. Right, deep breath. You know what I mean? She's like the mainstream media version of Ron Burgundy, if Ron Burgundy was involved in child grooming.
Firstly, are you okay?
Am I okay? Bitch, I am not the one that's about to be investigated for child grooming. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. You need to get yourself a good lawyer and start making some really good excuses. Don't try and be like, listen, are you all right? I'm fine.
I hope so.
The acting is so bad. So bad. Like, this lady has been sitting next to this guy who's been grooming this guy who met when he was 10 or something. Okay? And she didn't said nothing and done nothing. She's been pretending like there's some big happy family. Then this guy gets done for child grooming and she needs to come out like, oh, I hope you guys are all right. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about us. There's about to be a big investigation into the child grooming that's going on in the ITV studios. And she's trying to be like, look, I'm concerned about you guys. Look, this is over. The whole, like, everyone on TV is so caring and kind. It's ridiculous. It's like the police kick in your door, you know, and people are, like, chopping up drugs and sexually abusing children. And Holly Willoughby, like, comes downstairs and says to the police, guys, are you all right? Are you okay? Did you splinter yourself kicking down my front door?
Feels very strange indeed, sitting here without Phil.
Do you think this is a normal reaction? Do you think this is a normal reaction to your co-presenter having to quit because he's having sex with a boy that is now a man, you know, that was working on the show? Like, and before anyone says, oh, he's an adult, what's the problem? This guy was like 10 years old when Phil Schofield started interacting with him, okay? And even if he waited until he was 18 to have sex with him, even if he did, which I doubt, but even if he did, that's called grooming. That's called grooming. And for anyone's information, this is what goes on the mainstream media. This is what goes on in the world of television. You know, you don't make it in the entertainment industry unless you're one of these people. That's just the way it works. The whole everyone on TV is so loving and caring and kind is BS. The only reason you're finding out about this is either one or two reasons. Either so many people found out about it that they couldn't possibly keep this under wraps anymore, or they want to distract you from something worse that's going on, like digital ID or something like that, and Philip Schofield's being thrown under the bus. But the chances that Holly Willoughby doesn't know anything about this and is this lovely lady, like Phil Schofield, his brother is a sex offender. It looks like he's a sex offender. Like, you think that they don't know about this, or they're shocked that Philip Schofield is like this. It's probably the reason why he works on the mainstream media. Look what goes on at the BBC covering up for sex offenders. You think ITV is any different? Like, Philip Schofield is a monster. And by the way, whenever you see like a brother is a sex offender and then the other brother is a sex offender, I got news for you. You want to be looking at the dad or the uncle of these children. Okay? And there's a reason why things like child abuse is passed down through the families, through the generations. It's actually a demonic spirit that is at work. And someone in the family needs to come up and speak the name of Jesus and break this curse. Okay? It's not like it gets passed down through the genes. People think that, you know, being a child sex offender is like hereditary or something. It's not. Okay? It's evil demonic spirits at work, and I can almost guarantee you that Philip Schofield is not reaching out to Jesus for help here, although he should be. It's the only thing that can save him and the rest of his family at this point. But what I'm telling you is, there is absolutely no way in the world that Holly Willoughby is this saintly, kind, Princess Diana mold type of person who was sat next to this monster and she had no idea. They would never do that. They would never do that. I strongly suspect that she knows as much as Phil about what's going on. But let's hear more of the heartfelt apology. I was rambling on there for a bit.
And I imagine that you might have been feeling a lot like I have. Shaken, troubled, let down.
No, I'm not feeling like that because I wasn't involved in the child grooming. If Holly's feeling shaken and troubled, you know, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Let down my ass. Let down my ass. There isn't a chance in hell this lady's actually feeling. If anything, she's feeling let down that he got caught. But probably more what she's feeling is like, either legitimately worried that she gets implicated as well, but also she's probably secretly like over the moon. She couldn't stand Philip Schofield. Nothing on what you see on the TV is real. Okay, she didn't have this loving relationship with Phil where they're both great people and they're just out there helping people on the mainstream media. That is nonsense. That is nonsense.
Worried for the well-being of people on all sides of what's been going on.
Thank you for the suggestion, Holly, about how we, the viewers, might be feeling, but I reject it on the following basis. You see the way these people try and manipulate you? It's like, you're probably feeling worried and scared and concerned for all sides of people on what's going on. No, I'm not concerned for the child groomers, which would be your side of the fence. I'm not concerned for the people that say to a 10-year-old kid, hey, you want to be a TV presenter and be this cool TV presenter? And then 6 years later, the TV presenter, the star of the show, starts effing you in the ass. I'm not concerned for that group of people, and nobody should be. There's no two sides to every story. When it's like, hey, are you the adult, the celebrity that's like child grooming a kid who you met when he was like 12 or whatever? I'm not concerned for you. I'm not concerned for you. Stop trying to plant that idea in the head of all the senile old people that actually watch this morning. I can't think of anyone that actually does. I can't circle away from the fact that this is all probably one massive distraction from whatever God... Can you imagine what is actually going on that's worse than TV presenters grooming children they want to distract you from? Good God.
And full of questions. You, me, and all of us at This Morning gave our love and support to someone who was not telling the truth.
Not telling the truth. You see, I mean, that's true. Yeah, Philip Schofield was not telling the truth. Okay? But if you're a TV star and you employ a 10-year-old, okay, then you start having sex with him like 6, 7, or 8 years later or something. The crime that you are up for is not telling the truth. It's not like, oh, you told a fibby wib. It's like, no, you had sex with a child. You know, you groomed a kid. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, he wasn't telling the truthy woothy.
Who acted in a way that they themselves felt that they had to resign from ITV and step down from a career that they loved.
You see the way they try and frame Philip Schofield like he's the victim as well? At the same time, this is an incredible piece of performance by Holly Willoughby. She's trying to get herself out of it. She's trying to invoke sympathy from Philip Schofield. At the same time, she just can't resist, like, dropping the elbow on him from the top rope. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he had to step down from a career that he loved on television. This guy should be in jail. All right? If you get caught grooming a kid, I want an investigation. I want criminal charges. It's not like, oh, he's lost his career. Lock him up.
That is a lot to process. And it's equally hard to see the toll that it's taken on their own mental health.
You see, she almost smiled there. She had to save it with another... She almost cracked up laughing there because she was like, he's gone insane. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not supposed to be smiling at this point. And also, there's no toll going on with Philip Schofield's mental health. If someone gets caught grooming a child, my concern isn't, oh, I hope their mental health is okay. He hasn't. It's like, oh, he's dealt with a lot of abuse. He's dealt with a lot of people having a go at him. It's like, yeah, grooming children is awkward, bro, when you get caught. Oh, it's uncomfortable for Phil. Poor Phil. You know what I mean? No, if you get caught grooming, you go to jail. You don't have to step down from your career and, oh, the poor mental health.
I think what unites us all now is a desire to heal for the health and well-being of everyone.
No, nice try, Holly. But no, that is not what unites us all now. What should unite us all now is the will to see this disgusting practice of child grooming that goes on all over entertainment be rooted out, and for the perpetrators of it to be brought to justice. That's what actually unites us all now. Not a burning desire to heal. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sick. I'm not the child molester. I'm not the child groomer. I want to find out what's been going on with Philip Schofield and if he groomed this kid, which I suspect that he did, and I want to find out if Holly Willoughby knows. I don't want everyone to heal together and have a matcha latte and just really think about my role in all this, which, by the way, is nothing.
I hope that as we start this new chapter and get back to a place of warmth and magic that this show holds for all of us.
Magic. You notice the way she used the word magic? magic. This show holds a place of magic. These people can't help but tell you who they are. Even when they get caught for child grooming, they have to come out and still, they're casting a spell on you. That's why it's called broadcasting. That's why it's called a TV program. It's broadcasting. They're casting a spell on you people. And the spell that she's attempted to cast on you now is like, hey, we're all sorry about the child grooming and poor Phil and poor me. And you know what I mean? Getting away from the real issue that's going on here. But when these people show you who they are, believe them. When she says the word magic, which, by the way, is an abomination before the Lord, she actually means it.
We can find strength in each other. And from my heart, can I just say thank you for all of your kind messages and thank you for being here this morning.
What about all the messages that you doubtless received that were like, hey, you're a child groomer, you make me sick? Are you going to respond to those? I doubt it. She's just going to make out like everyone just sent her, like some Ferrero Rocher and were like, I'm so proud of you, Holly. Get lost.
And thank you for being here this morning. Myself, Josie, Dermot, Alison, Craig, and every single person that works on this show will continue to work hard every single day to bring you the show that we love. So on that note, Josie,
Come here, you bring it in. Bring it in.
Thank you. Thank you. I need a Josie cuddle.
There is no situation. There is literally no situation that the ITV, This Morning crew will not try and get out of by hugging each other. It's like one of their presenters has been caught, grooming a 10-year-old and then him in the arse. And they're like, oh, bring it in, cuddly wuddly. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, one of them could be exposed as a serial killer and she'll be back on TV the next day at 11:15. Like, I think we all need to heal. Bring it in. I need a Josie cuddle. Mwah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, all we can do now is be the family that we are.
Exactly. Exactly.